Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is the 7th of February, 2024. This is like the 5th day in a row of just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous weather. This is just crazy. I mean, it's only 28 degrees right now, but it's just absolutely beautiful out. The sun, clear skies, batteries are charging, and that's a good thing. Solar panels are working great, not an issue there. So anyway, we're going to talk about in this video the weakening of America, right? We're going to focus on one thing is what we're going to focus on with this. Another way that America is getting weaker, well, we are on this whole green nonsense kick that isn't sustainable. Okay, so first of all, let's be very, very clear. Okay, I try, like I said, I have my off-grid solar system, so I try to be, as green as I possibly can be. But for me, it's more about independence and freedom rather than trying to be a tree hugger. So I love nature. I love being in nature and those type of things. But to me, having that and not be hooked up to the system is definitely the way that I want to be, and I'm going to continue to be. But anyway, having said that, we have this big push to be green, 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 to not have, using oil and coal and all those type of things. In the meantime, while we're doing that, China is building more coal-fired plants to produce power and all that type of stuff. And again, this is what I find completely ridiculous about the green movement, is that all the Western countries are supposed to jump on board and do these things, but when you have your majority of your people are in India and China, and they're not doing it, right? They're not doing it. They're just continuing to do what they do, and it doesn't matter. But we're supposed to be the ones making this big, big difference. It's absolutely ridiculous that way. The other part of it that's ridiculous is our system is not prepared, the grid meaning, to handle all this electric stuff. It's not doable. We weaken ourselves by forcing people to go with this green agenda. I mean, if you want to have more, I'm all for more solar panels, guys, all right? I'm all for trying to get as much power independently as we possibly can without relying on a system. But if we got all of our stuff tied to the grid, all of our stuff is tied to the grid, and then the grid goes down, what happens then? Ask the people that are dealing with power outages on a regular basis. This isn't an SHTF type of talk. This is just a regular, everyday type of talk. What happens with those folks? What are they dealing with? So those are things that people need to think about. Our system is not capable of handling the day-to-day, everyday stuff that's going on right now. It's not capable of it. So how do people think that, we're going to be able to handle this load of all these electric cars and everything else when it can't even handle what's being dealt with right now? So, I mean, like I said, again, it's unattainable at this point in time. I got to tell you, I think the best egg day with the girls yesterday. So, like, today is Wednesday, but you're going to see this video Thursday at 7. I ended up with 5 eggs yesterday, so I was pretty happy. 5 eggs out of 6 hens. Cannot beat that. Happy about that. So, like I said, the nice weather has definitely encouraged them to lay more, which is good, and that's what we want to see. But no, they're doing really, really well. So anyhow, I'll just keep it on the chickens while we're talking. But China continues to get stronger. We continue to get weaker. And at some point, there's going to be a tipping point in that. Again, I've said before a ton of times, our Achilles heel is the power grid. That's our weakness. And we continue to have issues with that. and nothing is being fixed, nothing is being changed, and that's a problem, you know. And so, you know, with this whole, like I said again, when we're getting away from what made this country great, you know, which again is coal and oil, and not utilizing those things like we should be, that's a problem. When you got Bloomberg and those type of people focusing on getting all these coal plants closed up and stuff like that, something serious happened, folks. It's not going to it's going to be open the doors and get them back working again. It's a process to get them back working again. So the more of them that they shut down, and if you guys remember, I did a video where Bloomberg just pledged another $500 million to continue to try to get these coal plants shut down. You know, it's just, it's not a good situation, you know, and they want to go away from oil, and they want everything to be electric. And again, very unrealistic. Their goals are not realistic, can't happen the way that they say it's going to happen. And we're not, like I said again, our system's not ready for it. If we could slowly work towards being more green, I'm okay with that, you know, but it's got to be realistic. It can't be these pie in the sky type of situations where people think that, oh yeah, this is just going to be great, because it's been proven already and over and over again, it's not great. When you have laws put in place where, you know, new buildings in New York that I think that are higher than 3 stories cannot have gas, that they have to be all electric, what happens to those poor people when the power grid goes down? They can't stay warm. There's no way for them to stay warm. You know, it's just not it's not smart. It's not a good solution. You know, in the tree huggers, of course, they all love that. They think it's fantastic, but you know, they're not going to be the ones dealing with that type of situation. They're not the ones that are going to be suffering. They're not the ones that are going to be dying and freezing in their homes because people can't stay warm and they have no way to stay warm. It's a huge issue, and people just want to, you know, pretend, oh, everything is going to be great and it's going to be beautiful and everything's fantastic. That's not reality. That's just not reality. So definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on this. Do you think with what they're doing, going away from oil and coal, does that make the United States weaker, or does it make us stronger, right? And in the meantime, China continues to amp up building up, especially their Navy. They're banging out stuff with their Navy left, right, and center, and they're building up their military. They are preparing, and we are not. We are getting weaker. We've been reducing our ships in the Navy, and they're increasing theirs. So what does that tell you, you know? Hopefully when the time comes, it won't be too little too late, and that we'll be able to turn it around and, you know, do something. But I think that things are going to get ugly. I think things are going to get really, really ugly, and it's a matter of time. So anyway, folks, I definitely want to hear your feedback. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Please continue to get ready. Be as ready as you can be, because when that other shoe does drop, it is not going to be a pleasant time for this country. Because again, the people are not ready. They're not prepared, and they're going to be lost. And they're going to be looking for the government to save the day, and the government's not coming to save the day. So anyway, folks, I'm going to jump off of here for now. I will see you all on the next video. Please be safe. Continue to prep. I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.